Yes, family, greetings, love and light. Give thanks to life, give thanks to the source. So, my previously do a video talk about the satanic armies, where them a build up. And me I try to show them say, this whole transgender thing and this whole alphabetical soup thing where you see them a mix up. It's just part of Satan army same way where them a build up, because I even show them say, if you notice, the woman them when I say them want to become man, them kind of have this man vibration, what we call man royal out in Jamaica. Them have this little man vibration within them where them rough, them not gentle and calm like how a woman supposed to be. And then you have the man now who say him want to become a woman now. Him already a come cross now with female physicality and genetics already as a man. I just dress him as a woman. So I try to show you say when the two of them come cross and this satanic army, and nothing about gentleness, compassion, love, nor nothing like that. It's a form of bully vibration them a come with. Arrogancy, ignorancy, a bit of illiteracy, they're the same way too. So, me still a try to show them say, these guys know what you say. These little coons what you say, I go on so with them and I pull off this agenda. That's why I play the video. First video when I do about it, I play one clipping from Tucker Carlson where my show say, this come like a them new religion, Play one clipping of one priest woman, like she endorse the whole thing. Me I see interview with one priest man, where my fag and that's all the brethren say, oh that go with him and God and the whole thing. And he must say, God make him to be like that, master. So I just try to show them say, everything we say I go on now really a point to some end time vibration. That's the reality where we have to face. Now the video clip I made that play pertaining to Tucker Carlson, it does say a portion of things, yes. But me I tell you, I find one next piece of clipping where I better them never did ramp with that first video that me put out. They remember me have videos when me talk about Ainana, CM Ishtar. I'm try to show her say she had this Lucifer. She represent Lucifer. That's like how would I have somebody good or would I say represent God. Because the same Lucifer name is like a title same way. Now I find a video on this channel here. This video I talk about the dark side of LGBTQ. See? And this channel here now named Vlad Savchuk. So him and a virgin named Jonathan Kahn. Jonathan Kahn I give him because Jonathan Kahn is a virgin that write books and him come for enough program where him talk as the man do thorough research. Now when I listen to the video, I see the virgin come and match up the thing as well. I show them say me do videos I talk about Ainan and I show them say she represent Lucifer in this time. And this video I talk about now, when I going to play even some of the clippings from is a 4-day-old video. To this time when I do this video right now. So the item for see the whole vibration wagwan. Now to where we see I go on as a family, as I tell them, these people, and I like them I try to do them thing and I hold them corner with it. Them I do them thing and them I get boots up. Because if you notice when you listen to Joe Biden, and even the little black girl that say she a one little fag to wear a spokesperson. See them way. Them a boots up the people and I tell them say them a back them a defend them to the max. So it kinda give these people now like some form of strength as well we would have said in Jamaica for even behave more drastic. Because I show you say just what they one little trying to go shoot up on Christian school, when I accept none of them little trying thing, 3 teachers dead, 3 students dead. And now Joe Biden go down there. Him a run joke a talk about ice cream. And him don't know so subliminally when him talk about ice cream and people pitting him and talk about same way. Come and do videos and I show the them say, well, even though them take it down. But me do other videos after that, so me I show the item say ice cream, pizza, cheese, hot dog, all of these things are code words for the type of picnic what them want. So it deep family as well, me I tell you them in a reality is like this satanic army with these transgender now. Me showing say them not gonna run out alongside these. We do a video talk about the trunk drug, trunk drugs, we are turn people in a zombie. We do video and talk about the flacker drug, we are turn people in a zombie. We do videos and telling about artificial intelligence, yeah, it are the antichrist vibration. Seeing? And me I try to show the them say all of these things, robotics, drones, humanize and all of them things I see them are create. They make them capable to can't take demon possessed. It's like them is a vessel for certain demonic souls. And I show say that's why I see certain busy I try to bust up that place there. I have them videos they see them where. I talk about CERN's great escape from hell. So when I and I really are taking a little video, yeah, as I say, it's a 4-day-old video, and I like say me did listen it before and come on and did a talk about Ainana, Ishtar and all them way there. She had the same Black Madonna where you see the Pope them bow down to. When I see the Virgin coming and match it up with the whole alphabetical soup vibration we are going, it does put more vibration upon the mind mates for sure, so I'm on the right track with certain reasoning. I'm going to give thanks to them where love the vibes and the reasoning, because I try it connect, you know. I don't really have no lots of books as well, I always show them for do not thoroughly research. Most of the time I'm intuition or something like that, my visions, and I just move from this song or research and try to get some information for sure them. Now we're going to listen to a little clipping from the same video, and then you know, we're going to see what I go on after that, because it's deep family. So, make we go another video, you know, as I mentioned. Ancient demon God behind the gay agenda. That's the title of the video. There them can punch it up and go listen to it same way. As I tell about the channel, it named Villard Savchuk. Alright, listen up now, family.
Torah, there's this Ishtar, you know, and the thing is, it comes with, notice it's all from the sexual revolution. So that's the goddess where you're going to get something else now. And in her, when I looked at her ancient tablets, her ancient inscriptions, she says, I am a woman, I am a man. It says in her hymns, it says, you, goddess, have the power to turn a man into a woman and turn a woman into a man. So this is the goddess, the principality of the destruction of gender, androgyny, merging male and female, blurring female and male, blending men and women, merging them. And that is why we are all watching this in our culture right now. It is a spirit. It is not natural. And it is this exact principality that is affecting everything. And the thing is that you know, it couldn't happen earlier because it was too radical. So, you know, the 1960s America, it was too radical for that. They just come out. But what happens is, as this sexual goddess, as this goddess of sexual immorality, as she gets entrenched in the culture, her darker work starts coming out. And we are in now the next phase. That's why we're all dealing with this now. That's why it's affecting literally everything. And I'll give you an example. It says you grind away the masculinity of men. So now before it's beyond, it's not just the sexual realm, it's every realm. Look what's happening in our culture. You know, there is actually a war on manhood. There's a war on.
All right, so as we're listening so far, seeing family, them I show you say, them I know this Ainana figure now, as I show that them say she represent Lucifer. Come have the videos when I do about that. She know, as I see now, she's a goddess of war and sex, you know. Because I'm tell you she thief some Emmys from Lord Enki, you know. So me still even show them the videos that I do about her, say, and she opened the first, where I want to call it go-go club or whorehouse. Same place in a year there, in a year. Seeing over in the Mesopotamia there, seeing from the longer time, and that was the first place where them say them thing that happen. And the same thing now the Virgin even not show you say she have them type of places, you know, where even kids is not them place they run up and down for whosoever want. Man could have got to man and all of them, because it was like a big temple, you know. Because it connect to the same Sodom and Gomorrah vibration. If they get destroyed in another 4,000 odd year vibration that happen, you know. So although them even not show you say she now, even though she's a female, she behave like a male, because that's why she's this goddess of war, beauty and sex. And she even connect to the same Easter vibration same way too, you know. So now if you see what I go on. So even as though I show the item in a certain videos I do, I'm showing say I watch movies where I talk about the same some astronaut vibration, and I show you say back in the days, also the Virgin are saying in the 60s and so, them thing I never did too like loved by everybody. Because as I show the item say, FBI did have to be careful who them are recruit. CIA did have to be careful who them are recruit. If you're not farmer fag, them not taking a them system. I'm even not tell about this astronaut movie where I watch where the man we are fag and the woman we are fag, them have to marry and not pretend like them straight just to keep on working at NASA. You see me I deal with. But even though I say the thing the radical at them time, it's not really the radical vibration, it's just the timing, you know. I never the time yet back in the 60s, because the cycle never reach where it reach and now for complete, you know, for the falling off for them evil world. So I come on to this at time, I know that's why you see this whole behavior go on and the whole thing with them a push. So make we continue now.
That she seeks to take men away from manhood, away from fatherhood, away from marriage, away from providing, away from women, and so because she grinds that away, she seeks to feminize them. She was actually the goddess who hated the patriarchy. She hated any kind of authority with men. Well, this spirit is so thick in our culture, you can cut it with a knife. It is so thick. If a man acts masculine, they'll say that's toxic. If a woman acts masculine, they'll say, bravo, that's wonderful. What is that? That is the spirit. It's crazy. Well, it also says she masculinizes, she defeminizes women. So her job is also to take women away from womanhood, away from motherhood, away from marriage, away from men. Well, we're watching it happen.
All right. So this is one thing I'm even reason about, and I show them more times. More time watch some video, I see woman a jump up in a truck. So them a drive truck, and them are the certain jobs that are really male jobs. But as what them even mentioned, the system make sure them are from back in the time them set up this whole the 80s, and so them set up this whole drugs thing and mash up the family vibration, put most of the man them in a prison. And left the woman now for fend for herself now. And at the same time the woman she alone can't grow the youth proper, So you have to see in a family, all of these things tying, this another something. Them agency where you say organize them thing, and these another something with them just come up with the idea, and this as someone they are inspire them and I tell them what to do, So you mash up the family vibration with the man should go out there go work and coming back. So the woman have to take up these vibes now. Woman want to wear pants, woman want to work like man and do everything like man. Woman feel say them independent, them no need no man and all of them thing there. And it's not good for the family. But it make a woman feel good in herself, so she independent and she can provide for herself. The same thing now with the man vibration as well the man them are saying. So the man them do. Them make some little clothes and give the man them where I feminize them. Them have things that them are putting on the food. Where the man them are eat. We have feminized them family, them genetics. You see me I deal with, so you have to see. Yo, it deep in the family. The satanic army where them are create, me I tell you some man, it not just stop you so. And as I show them know them I do. Majority of who more time I instigate the thing, him don't know the fullness, you know, cause him is just a part of the mechanism we are work, you know. But everybody at work and I play them part to make this whole evil vibration, yeah.
All this, she was a goddess who was female, but she had masculine qualities. And so she's seeking to make women now into her own image. That's what now, but it goes further because what happens is now it goes into the sexual realm because she's the goddess of sexuality. So what happens now? She is blending the lines of male and female. So what would we expect to happen? Exactly what's happening right now.
Wow.
She had an ancient priesthood. Her ancient priesthood were men who walked around her temples dressed up as women, acting as women, talking as women, appearing as women in drag. And so what happened is, actually, you know what stopped this? The gospel. We have a short memory. We don't realize this. So when you take God out, it is absolute. It's inevitable that this is coming back. We could have.
Alright, so it's so them I try for show we know so family. Remember when me reason and show them from the last book of Enki when she take with some Emmys from Daddy Enki, trick him. She get some Emmys if you deal with priests, the vibration. She get Emmys if you deal with war and some other Emmys same way. Me tell her say she have a temple as me say it's like a big old warhouse and she first create that. So it's a new vibration now she come with it now because she was this goddess of sexual vibration. Everybody should try to use sex and catch them and all of that, You see, we have to just try to understand so this thing is deeper than we really see it, And this evil thing, as I try even show them in some videos, say, what them a do, if these fallen angels they do want to show humanity certain technology from a longer time, them could have do it because them they have it. But at the timing, that is so important. At the timing now, in these last days, so them a build up for them armies now for run out, And them a try to see as much. See them a turn upon the little youth them now, as what I say. Certain youth responsible for them sin, as what them say, youth responsible for him sin when him reach puberty. 12 years and over. And them a make sure so them a try to corrupt the youth from before him even reach 12 years old. So we have to see what go on. And people are dangerous family.
These
We could have
priests-
predicted this.
So this goddess had priests that were men dressed like women. This is pretty much
Alright.
what you're saying, where this drag thing started a long time ago.
See,
Yes, exactly. Remember, it says she turns a man into a woman. She turns a woman into a man, and she possessed that priesthood. And the thing is, and let me go further. She not only dressed them that way, which we see in our culture. See, when you see this returning to the culture, and when you see the culture celebrating it, you know the gods are back, and you are in very dramatic times. And the thing is that because her priesthood is back. But the thing is that not only that, she also, remember Jesus said they come back worse. In ancient times, she possessed her priesthood. But now she's seeking to possess an entire generation of children. She is using the very school system that once led them in the Lord's Prayer to transition them. And speaking of which, remember, she's the one who transformed. That word transform. Well, not only did she do it by clothes, it actually says that she actually had priests who were surgically transitioned from men into quote women. And so in fact, I put it in the Return of the Gods. There's a quote where it describes the transition men dancing before the goddess, carrying scalpels like as if they're celebrating their surgery. So this is where we are, and this has affected our entire culture. And there was an event that happened. Actually, we talk about New York City. So much begins in New York City with all this. Yeah. But there was an event that happened in New York City in 1969 that began the whole movement, the Pride movement, Rainbow movement, all that, altering gender. And on that night that it began, all the signs of the goddess started manifesting on the streets of New York City.
So we're gonna look at that in just a moment. But guys, I don't know if you
So you see as though I try to show the them family say how the whole thing set up is like, as I tell you, the Piscean age, Ainana rule it. See? She connect to Venus, the morning star. And that's why you see the priests, them, the Catholic priests, them have the fish cap on them head. See, it can represent fear sign, as she a rule this Piscean age right now, That's how you see even the whole thing start. When I check back in myself to 2000 and odd years ago, every age at 2160 years, them say, seeing? So since she start rule, it's like she just start putting all of your vibrations together. Cause I tell you say, and if you notice, the main people where she attack are the Africans them, I and I, the Kushites them, because as I tell you now, out of the box today, so make we just stay out there and done. For your grandfather, Enlil, him are the same Zeus, and him, as I show them now with this whole Abrahamic vibration, and them talk about all these people, like them say Abraham, everybody come from, and and the different churches will come out of Abrahamic vibration same way. I know we even say them cruel same way. And even do videos I show them, I show black African and a black people say we can't try if you associate yourself, but we're not Israelites and them thing that we are Kushites. No, it does a tie to everything, because for them agenda is to really destroy the black race, So them come with a race of people now, we're young to the thing. These Abrahamic vibration now, them not to know the fullness. And them come now and them use bully and brute force and war and all of these things and try to destroy God's chosen. You understand, the original people, the indigenous beings them of the earth. So, deep family, so make we continue again.
It was called Stonewall, and this was a riot where they basically it was a same-sex bar, and the police raided it, and the people tried to storm it with the police in there. They actually set it on fire with the police in there. They tried to do it, and they tried to storm the bar. Well, this began the whole movement that we know today as Rainbow and Pride and LGBT. All that began there. Well, on that night, all these signs of the goddess appear in New York City. For instance, one of the signs of the goddess when she goes to war is the lion or the lion's head. Right, the sign. I'll just say this. I won't go into detail. The sign of the lion's head appeared that night. One of the things that there's something called the dance of Ishtar. That when she goes to battle, she dances. In the middle of the riot, these men start dancing. They perform a dance in the middle of the riot. And as they dance, they start singing a song. The words of the song are linked to the ancient tablets of the goddess. I mean, word for word. I won't go into it, but amazingly so. One of the things is that in one of the ancient mythologies of the goddess, it said, first of all, the goddess always hangs around bars. She calls it her temple. She's always in the bar, the tavern, the inn. She's the god. Well, where did this whole movement began? In a tavern, in an inn, in a bar. But also at the same time, it says that this is called Stonewall. Stonewall is the beginning of it all. Well, in one of her writings, it says you are the stone that breaks the stone wall. The Stonewall. It comes from her. And actually, and not only that, but there was actually a woman who began the whole riot. There's one woman. She's a mystery woman. But the woman was masculine. I mean, it was like the goddess. She was like a channeler of the goddess. She was a woman, but she has masculine attributes. She triggers the whole thing. And the thing is, the goddess was called, in her hymns, is called the Great Storm. You are the great storm. The god Ashtoreth or Ishtar is the great storm. Aphrodite, the storm. Well, the name of this woman was Storm, or Stormbe. Yeah. So.
All right. So here them a mention about the whole bar thing. Say, this riot stone. What do you call it? Stonewall vibration when you can go research same way. And Then he said come right back to me and show and say I see the first bill. I see the bill the first. Go club as well. Me say in one of my videos I me do about her now. She build them first place there, you know. Bar a man go drink. You understand? Cause them used to say when the man them used to work, they used to take time out after work and go there so. And go chill out and she have woman in there for please man. She have pitney in there, she have man in there, you know, whatever taste a man have. And at the same time, this was like a bar same way. Because alcohol, liquor and all of them things that you used to do there. People that they are dance and all of them things as well you see them. The Indians them love dance and you know them whole vibration that they go on there so. Now you see this bar thing now family as well when we even see in this modern time. Most people you see are run bar and them little place and nowadays cause even what they may do a reason and I say boy certain like me where used to run my vegetarian thing, nobody not talk about them nothing, nobody not want natural thing, nobody not want nothing good. Any money you want to make nowadays, you have to go open bar and them place there. Because the same man now, with them little licky self and honest self, them a go a bar for you look woman, you know, because them know say there's a woman hang out, you know. Not only the bartender, you know, but her friend, them and all of that, you know. Seeing? Be a evil corral, they say, you know. But do a reason one time, me I show the eye them say, someone they get, go up on an astral travel vibration and them go in a bar. And them must say when them go in at the bar, seeing, it's like they must see, you know, the spirit realms them there now, you know, they must see this whole heap of demons just in at the bar, just a fly up and down, so. Just a fly up and down. And just a wait for somebody get intoxicated, if you go possess them. That's why I see them talk about bar and spirit lights and all of them things there. You saw everything tying family. So make you think we see them places right now where everybody are rush to have a bar right now because them can make money more than even where the shopkeeper make the backside. But even the shopkeeper nowadays, where we used to run them shop and sell certain things, them have to add a little bar vibes to it because them say the alcohol, the spirit vibration attract more money. When a man get drunk, you know, him don't know himself, you know. When a woman get drunk, them don't know themselves. Now they so now them do the most derogative things, you know. And get the most trouble, you know. We have to see the vibration we are going family deep. So even though I show them the videos and I talk about the same iron and I say she first build the first go-go club and bar and whorehouse in the same Mesopotamia. See it come to reality.
Or store bay, yeah. So and not only that, but even the timing, even when the timing of when Stonewall happened, I won't go into detail, but it's linked to the summer solstice, which is linked to the goddess, linked to the full moon, linked to the month of the goddess. It all happened
And which
like
month is that?
clockwork. That's the month of Tammuz. Tammuz, which is in summer, which I'll there's more to say on that. I'll say more on that. But because it wasn't just that happened then, but it's the summer and the month of Tammuz, that's named after her lover. So I mean that whole month is named after her lover.
So remember now Tammuz now in the story as well, I go in the history out of the last book of Enki say Tammuz are the more modern name with them give Greek name. But the original name the Mose. And he was a son of Daddy Enki. And Marduk the cause some little vibes and him lose him life and thing and the gone of the underworld and she did that try to bring him forward. You see me I deal with. That's why I say she, you know, with this whole resurrection thing with CERN and all of that, you know, because that's a part of the thing too, you know, with them depend, you know. Everything match up for me. That's what I'm telling you. So you see me this brain where I listen where I talk. Jonathan Kahn is a brain where doing thoroughly research, you know. The man not just attack half of vibes and intuition like I and I, you know. The man have them books and go do them research because they don't know how to have to go with them. When a man hear me talk, I already in a I genetics me I speak of. You see me? But it deep family. It a show you say this whole evil thing right now as how we see it a go on, it does match up with everything I'm say about Ainana. That's what I tell you, say she you see at the statue outside a CERN, The CERN company, this statue you see Shiva dance, and she see a man. And as you hear the man them talk about even the dance, there's a original movie named Suicide Squad where Will Smith star. She also star in that movie there. Not say star, she come in that movie there. Yeah man. And they might tell about the dance and all of them things that them love. Wind up them little body and wind up them little self. I feel them type of thing, family. Just half naked and one bag of thing. All of this I come from. I even see the whole Indian culture kind of have a part of it. And not only Indian them, the gypsies them type of people kind of follow up this thing. You know?
I mean, this has affected everything. 1 month where she'd especially possessed the culture. And so I looked, okay, what was it called? Well, I looked back in the writings of the first Christians, because it was still happening, back then. So I looked at the writings of Saint Jerome, and he identifies it. And he says it was the month called, in Latin, he says, is the month of Iunium, or in English, the month of June. June is the month where she possessed the culture. June, she was the goddess of pride. So June has become the month of pride. She's the goddess of altered sexuality. So June has become the month of altered sexuality. And think about it, but Jesus said it all because the spirits go back to the house that they possessed. So she used to possess the month of June. She's gone back to it. June has gone back to its old form. And not only that, here's another thing. She was also the goddess of parades.
Wow.
She caused men to parade through the city streets dressed up as women. Women parade
Carnival
the city
thing.
dressed up as men. Parades that just were full of colors and were full of sexual licentiousness. Well, they're back. They're back. And they even you know when they stopped? When the gospel came. And now when you take
Alright. Because like one day I watch a thing with the Brazil people or them keep this big carnival vibration, them have this big devil statue. A parade through the place. And the video I watch it, I said couple days after them do that thing there, a beer disaster take over there in Brazil, So you see this whole carnival thing, family, she have something to do with it. That's why I see them a wind up and a go on and all them way there. And that's why I see them they are try to make this carnival thing come take over Jamaica. And it not get for work. That's why them do want to cut out reggae music and full up with carnival, This whole carnival thing where you see the people them a keep up, half naked. Doctor, nurse, Indian chief, lawyer, all judge, all them people that just get a chance to broke out at them time. And I'm nothing good, family. It connect to she, same one. It fear idiot vibes. But we just understand them thing in the family. Everything, alcohol drinking, party thing, bar, carnival, dance, session, all of them things that just connect to one whole evil vibration. And we have to just overstand that. Deep.
take God out, they're going to come back. So, and the people who are doing it, they don't know. They have no idea what they're doing. It's spiritual. But she knows what she's doing. And the other thing is that she had a sign. There was a sign that was associated with her. You know what the sign was? It was the sign called the rainbow. It's the sign of the rainbow. And the interesting thing, so why is the rainbow the sign? The rainbow belongs to God.
Yeah.
But on her myth, it says that she steals what belongs to other gods for herself. So she takes the rainbow, and the rainbow, I won't go into it, but in the book I show each color of the rainbow flag actually it reveals the goddess. And so and think about this, about how crazy this is. The American embassy, they fly the American flag. They don't fly other flags.
Yeah.
But we fly the rainbow flag celebrating sexuality. That's not natural. No. Nations will celebrate one day of the year to celebrate their birth or their independence, but nations all over celebrate 30 days given to this sexuality, and it's linked to the 30 days of the goddess. That's not natural. You have you go to a supermarket in June and you'll find children's cereal boxes with rainbows on them. That's not natural. That is supernatural. And so it's touching, really, touching our culture, touching everything. But not only that, even the Supreme Court, because let me tell you how this affected our life. Because the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court didn't know what it was doing, but the goddess does, the spirits do. The thing is, there have been three major rulings that have transformed sexuality, and they took place in a 12-year period. The first one legitimized same-sex sexuality. The second one struck down the Defense of Marriage Act, and the third one changed marriage forever. It altered marriage to become same-sex marriage. So when were they? 2000. It was 2003, 2013, and 2015. 12 years. The first one took place in June. The last days of June, which are the time of the goddess, not the time of the summer solstice, that's the time of the goddess, especially, happened on June 26th. The second one was 10 years later, happened in June, last days of June, same day, June 26th, summer solstice time. The third one, remember when marriage, we all remember it, when marriage was struck down. June, last days of June, time of the summer solstice, days of the goddess, June 26th, the same day. June 26th is linked to the mystery of the goddess. And I will tell you one thing. Remember on that day when Obama lit up the White House in the colors of the rainbow to celebrate? It's kind of like saying, hey, we're giving America over to the goddess, And the thing is, that night was the 10th day of Tammuz. Now, the biblical calendar, the Babylonian calendar. I looked and I found something amazing in the Babylonian calendar. It says that day, the 10th of Tammuz, is appointed for the casting of a spell to cause a man to love a man. That was the day that marriage was struck down and changed into that, on the ancient day appointed for the spell.
All right. So family, we see how everything does connect, and tie in. I don't want to make that video too long still. Come on, there them listening. But if you all who are follow up my videos them when I do and I listen them, there them sisters like it just makes sense. What may I say? It just makes sense. They might talk about the whole June ritual, summer solstice, everything them do them work off a celestial timing. I tell them that these people just get up and do things like that, Because them know about the whole energy and vibration and how the whole flow they go, and them just manipulate it. That's what I tell you, even when them keep Super Bowl, when them keep even election every 4 years and all of them things, everything them know them do, why them do all of these things, family. So we're gonna slow this up for right now, Not gonna make this too long. Give thanks to the them time, same way, love and light energies, As always, research important. Rastafari, give thanks.